Get ready, folks. We've got a massive sports and business shakeup with C4 Energy making a huge play in basketball. C4 Energy isn't just partnering with a few teams, they're going all in, forging massive deals with the Lakers, Knicks, Celtics, and more, aiming to dominate the global basketball scene as the energy drink market explodes. Then, Stephen A. Smith and Josh Hart are locked in a heated feud that's taking the sports world by storm. It all started with Smith's criticism of Bridges, and Hart's defense has ignited a firestorm of back-and-forth jabs that you have to hear to believe. Plus, we're diving deep into Karl-Anthony Towns' crunch-time struggles with the Knicks. We'll break down why Coach Brown is benching him when it matters most and what it means for the team's playoff hopes. And you won't believe how Josh Hart fired back at Stephen A. Smith, telling the ESPN personality to shut the hell up. We've got the full story on this epic media versus athlete showdown. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon so you never miss an update.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
C4 Energy isn't just sponsoring a few games. They're making one of the most aggressive plays in basketball history. The energy drink giant, Nutrabolt, has just announced a massive global strategy, striking deals with iconic teams like the Los Angeles Lakers, New York Knicks, and Boston Celtics, alongside partnerships with Canada Basketball and NBA Europe. They're even signing Knicks guard Josh Hart as a new athlete ambassador. This isn't just about courtside ads. C4 is embedding itself into the culture of the game, aiming to capture a significant slice of the global energy drink market, which is projected to hit nearly $144 billion by 2032. Their Lakers deal makes them the official energy drink, flooding the arena with C4 branding. The Canada Basketball partnership expands their North American reach, and the extensive NBA Europe agreement, running through 2029, will see C4 activations across the UK, France, Germany, and Italy. Nutrabolt's CMO, Robert Zajac, states they're building authentic connections that fuel the game beyond the court, and the timing couldn't be better. The NBA is a marketing powerhouse, generating billions in brand exposure, with social media alone bringing in millions daily. Even the WNBA is seeing explosive growth in online searches, and major brands like Gatorade are tapping into its stars. Basketball's popularity is surging everywhere, from fitness centers to luxury apartments, while the energy drink market itself is booming with new players like Kim Kardashian's Update and Alex Cooper's Unwell Energy, plus Costco's budget-friendly Kirkland signature. Fans are buzzing about C4's bold move, seeing it as a sign of the growing crossover between sports, culture, and the booming wellness industry. Analysts note this strategy taps directly into the massive global appeal of basketball, positioning C4 for significant growth. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up with a war of words that's got the sports world talking. Next, we're diving into the epic clash between Stephen A. Smith and Knicks star Josh Hart. The mic is hot, and the feud is escalating. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith and Knicks guard Josh Hart are locked in a verbal showdown that's capturing headlines and sparking debates across the NBA. It all kicked off when Smith called out Hart for his comments regarding teammate Bridges, and Hart's response has only intensified the drama. Stephen A. Smith, never one to shy away from controversy, fired back on his YouTube show, questioning Hart's knowledge of the game and his connections within the league. He emphasized his long-standing Knicks fandom and his deep understanding of the team's dynamics, particularly concerning the massive trade that brought Bridges to New York, costing the team 7 draft picks. Smith argued that the high cost of acquiring Bridges, whose scoring has dipped this season, is a major reason the Knicks won't make the finals. Hart, defending his Villanova teammate, countered by calling Smith a part-time Knicks fan who needs to shut the hell up and doesn't know guys that's on the team. He argued that Bridges is playing within the team system and facing unfair criticism. This direct challenge to Smith's credibility and fandom has thrown fuel on the fire, igniting a media versus athlete battle that resonates with fans. Smith, known for his confrontational style, has a history of engaging in public disputes, famously clashing with LeBron James last year. His response to Hart was swift and sharp, leveraging his platform to question Hart's understanding of the situation and reiterate his points about the trade's cost. While Smith later admitted Hart was entitled to clap back, he doubled down on his analysis and his deep Knicks roots, dating back decades before Hart was even born. Fans are captivated by this high-profile spat, with many taking sides and dissecting every word exchanged between the outspoken commentator and the outspoken player. The debate highlights the intense scrutiny surrounding the Knicks and the polarizing nature of sports media personalities. But the drama doesn't stop there. We're heading courtside to see what's happening with another key Knicks player when the pressure is on. Get ready for the breakdown of Karl-Anthony Towns' crunch time struggles. When the playoffs loom, every second counts, but for the New York Knicks, Karl-Anthony Towns' crunch time performances have become a recurring concern. Despite a season of ups and downs, Towns' inconsistency, particularly his shooting efficiency and mental lapses, has forced head coach Mike Brown into difficult decisions, including benching him in crucial moments. In a recent 114-103 loss to the Charlotte Hornets, Towns struggled, tallying just 13 points. The third quarter proved particularly costly, with a series of mental errors, bad fouls, turnovers, and defensive slip-ups, leading to a significant Hornets run. This prompted Coach Brown to limit Towns to just 3 minutes in the final frame, opting for the more steady presence of Mitchell Robinson. While Robinson may not possess Towns' offensive flair, his simpler approach and reliability under pressure have made him a valuable asset, especially when Towns falters. This situation is particularly frustrating given the Knicks' aspirations and the importance of consistent play from their key players as they gear up for the postseason. The team relies on Towns' floor-spacing ability to complement Jalen Brunson, a role Robinson cannot fill to the same extent. Despite the benching, Towns reportedly took the decision in stride, expressing a willingness to do whatever it takes for the team's success. Coach Brown, meanwhile, focused on the team's improved physicality with Robinson on the court. However, the underlying issue of Towns' inconsistency remains a significant concern for a Knicks team with championship aspirations, as even minor errors can be magnified in high-stakes playoff games. Fans are anxious about these late-game struggles, fearing that such lapses could derail their playoff hopes. Analysts point to this as a critical area the Knicks must address to be true contenders. Stick around, because the war of words in New York basketball is far from over. We're breaking down the fiery exchange between Josh Hart and Stephen A. Smith next. The gloves are off in the New York sports media landscape as Knicks forward Josh Hart directly tells ESPN's Stephen A. Smith to shut the hell up. This explosive retort comes after Smith's repeated criticisms of the Knicks, particularly his harsh assessment of Mikal Bridges and the trade that brought him to the team. Smith, a prominent ESPN personality and self-proclaimed Knicks fan, has been vocal about his dissatisfaction with the team's performance throughout the season, often targeting Bridges' slump and the hefty price tag of 7 draft picks paid to acquire him. He recently stated on First Take that Hart should be quiet and only speak when he's playing. Hart, defending his teammate and longtime friend, pushed back forcefully in a recent interview, calling Smith a part-time Knicks fan who lacks a deep understanding of the team. He argued that Bridges is fulfilling his role and facing unfair criticism, especially considering the team's overall success despite his struggles. This public spat quickly escalated when Smith responded on his eponymous podcast, questioning Hart's knowledge of the league and his proximity to those who influence NBA decisions. Smith, known for his aggressive media style, even referenced his past confrontations with other NBA stars, indicating he wouldn't back down. He emphasized his decades-long Knicks fandom, contrasting it with Hart's tenure on the team. However, in a later appearance on ESPN, Smith softened his tone slightly, admitting he instigated the conflict by telling Hart to be quiet. Yet, he quickly pivoted back, asserting his right as a media member to discuss players and teams, regardless of personal relationships. He reiterated his long-standing connection to the Knicks, highlighting the franchise's championship drought. The exchange has ignited passionate reactions from fans and media alike, with many dissecting the dynamic between an athlete defending his teammate and a commentator asserting his right to critique. This ongoing saga highlights the intense scrutiny faced by players and the powerful influence of sports media personalities. We've covered the C4 Energy basketball blitz, the fiery feud between Smith and Hart, and Towns' crunch time woes. But what's next for these Knicks? Stay tuned for our lightning round recap and full outro. That's all for today's action-packed show. We saw C4 Energy make a massive global basketball play, the explosive feud between Stephen A. Smith and Josh Hart ignite, Karl-Anthony Towns face crunch time scrutiny, and Hart clap back hard at Smith. Don't miss out on any of the breaking news. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. And for all the latest, follow us on all our social media channels. We'll see you in the next one.